Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're talking to Steven. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button, get that bell notification on so you don't miss out on the next episode of Brockton County, an Ontario themed city. And make sure to hit the like button too. The like button helps the channel a lot. Happy Thursday and welcome to the channel. Today's episode we are going to be building medium density. Now, in Cities Skylines there's low density and then there's high density. How do you build medium density? Well, it's kind of a combination of the two. And using a particular planning methods. So we're going to try to do that today, and we're going to try to make it seem like a bit of a transition zone from the skyscrapers of the downtown to the residential parts of the area. And look at this beautiful view of our port that is just booming of activity. Oh, and look at this other amazing view. Fantastic. All right. Well, let's hop out of it and get going on today's episode. Fantastic. So here we are in the city. Last episode we built this port, and it's a pretty cool little build. It can obviously keep used with getting some more stuff in here, but that's okay. So what are we going to be doing in today's episode? Well, we'll be building medium density, like I said, but where are we going to be building it? So let's take a quick peek at the city and let's talk about it really quickly. So we have some skyscrapers along the water. We have this area over here, which is probably going to see some high density development. But here's the downtown, and there are some major gaps in the city. So there's right along here. It needs to have a bit of a transition to this lakeside community, right? And then it also needs to start dissipating out this way. But we also have this section over here that is quite a great spot to live. I mean, there's great transit out this way, but it is also not the downtown, so it can't be like a downtown skyscraper type city, or type build. So that is a prime candidate for some medium density building, and that is where we're going to start off today. If we're looking at these roads right here, this is where I'm going to be focused today's build on. So if we're looking at from this area, what we have along here is a little square, a bus hub, and actually there's a metro over here too, and a tram. So this is gonna be a great place to live. I mean, if I was living in the city, this would be a really cool location. And then if we have time today after doing this, which we may, because I'm gonna try to keep it sub 40 minutes, we'll look at building out over here or over here. I'm gonna save this spot for another video. And tomorrow, I know earlier in the week I said that I was gonna be doing a traffic video. Tomorrow was gonna be a bit more of the same because I wanna really flesh this out before we get into next week, where next week we'll be building our airport and doing some trains. So lots of cool builds tomorrow. I'm gonna release 7 episodes tomorrow. No, that's next week. Let's dive into it. So this is actually something that I did off camera while I was just kind of playing around with the city, and I really like it. This is called Mackenzie Square, as the district is called, and it's got some restaurants. It's got the Zoo Cafe, which I thought just looked awesome here. It's got some offices out this way. Yeah, so this needs some supporting infrastructure. And it's screaming for a unique building, and that's what we're going to start off today's build with. We're going to start off today's build by building, if I can find it. I don't know where it is. Here it is, the courthouse. I have actually never used this in a build before. And it is a requirement for building the medical center. I wonder if we'll get to that some point soon. And I just think it would look perfect right here. We'll center it off a little bit, but just so it lines up perfectly. Which, I mean, that's pretty close. But I think that this is going to be a commanding location for the courthouse. It's a really cool looking building. Oh, wow. Interesting. Okay, well, it also needs some supporting parking, and that's what we'll get at next. But since we placed that down, let's look at the asset itself, because, I like respecting the asset and like kind of building along what the asset would want us to do. So I'm thinking a road off of here would be really helpful. It does have a pathway all around it though, so maybe not. Maybe we'll get the extra parking. Is there a doorway anywhere? It does not seem like there's a doorway here, but in reality, there would probably be a back door here. So I think we'll kind of roll with that kind of theme. So we'll get the main parking lot for the building off of here, and then we'll look at building up around it. So Let's go into our parking lots. You know, a parking garage could also work well with this build, but I don't think it'll necessarily work in this case. So I think we're going to go with a parking lot. Now, I really do like how this asset has these paths along here, right? So I think we can connect out, and then maybe we look at getting in some buildings out this way, and then maybe we can just focus our parking lot right along here, which would be really efficient to get around and would probably be thematic to the region that we are planning, or that we're building in. So let's do that actually. Let's grab the 40-meter parking lot, or should we just go with the massive one? Let's go with this one. I'll bring it out to about here. Then we'll get the connection in right here. Yeah, that's probably pretty good. And let's just grab this. We'll bring it down until pretty much when this starts glitching out on the right of my cursor. You see that? So that's where I kind of just ending these. All right, and then let's grab that, the nodes, and then we're gonna push it up right into the building here. That is great. All right, let's just make sure that you realign this one. Looks pretty good. All right, so while we're doing this parking lot, I was gonna say, I just finished watching a new show on Disney Plus called Only Murders in the Building. It's with Steve Martin Short, and Selena Gomez. And holy cow, I'm not sponsored by them, but what a show. Highly recommend it. Blew my mind, it was awesome. If you like that kind of thing, highly recommend. All right, so let's, it's funny and it's like thrilling. I don't know. I'm gonna try to sell you all on the show a bit more. So that's handicap motorcycle parking apparently. So let's just stretch it out a little bit. There we go. That's good. Yeah, there we go. Can people get into it? It looks like people can. All right, so now let's look at. I mean, come on, that's a pretty cool looking building. All right, so before we get the pathways around here, let's look at placing in another road through here because. Wait a second. There we go. Because there's a lot of gaps over here, right? So I kind of imagine the park, or the building kind of flowing out a bit farther this way. So I say we get, let's go off of this road. Let's get a road right through here. That is not the road I thought I was building. There we go. And let's get another one off of here. And let's see. So I think what I'll do is we'll just do this, and then I'll come down into here. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, so let's first of all look at our district before we get any farther. So this is Mackenzie Square. It's this whole region we were talking about, and I'm going to add in a is it a service? No, it's a city policy high-rise band. Now I will acknowledge that this will not allow your buildings to get up to max level, but I don't really mind. I kind of want this. So any high density building that I build is not going to be more elevated than these buildings over here, which is kind of what I'm looking for with a medium density build. So it's going to be a bit more of the same with this, to be honest. But we'll get the high density centered around here, and then we'll dissipate it out. Perhaps it's a neighborhood undergoing gentrification or something like that. And yeah, anyways, let's hop out. Let's grab up a little plaza here. I'm thinking this one would be a great little transition. Oh, actually, let's go with this bigger one. And this will help out a lot if we get it to line up properly. So can it go over? It can go over. Okay, great. Yeah, let's place this about here. Alrighty, and then let's grab our little pathways. And we can connect up here. Yes, we can. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to turn Anarchy on. And we'll just go down into there. And then we'll get a nice little connection here. And here. Should we get a connection there? No, I don't think so. I actually don't like how this one connected. I'm going to go off of this one instead. There we go. That's a lot better. And we're going to kind of theorize that people can probably walk on this concrete here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click in from here. We're going to turn collision off for this little click. Make sure you always turn collision back on, because otherwise you'll run into a plentitude of issues later on. All right, and then we'll just center this right there. All right, so I don't think any buildings would be built over here. I think this would be a bit more of that park kind of atmosphere. So we'll do that. And then we'll also get a pathway right around here. Okay, I'm actually just going to realign that pathway. And we'll just bring it up. Oh, I grabbed the plaza too. Okay, well, I know I asked this earlier, but any new shows coming out? Because I'm done Only Murders in the Building now, so I'm looking for a new one. And thank you for your recommendations last week as well. I think it was last week that I asked for recommendations, but yeah, I just blow through TV shows. Okay, so let's add in a couple more trees. I like just using these trees, to be honest. I think they add a lot, and they're just very basic. I like how every single one's like a different size too. All right, so I think right about here is where we'll get our first couple of trees, or buildings, and we'll go with office. So we'll just get nice big office buildings here. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, so now we're out over on this side, and I'm thinking these are probably going to be some high rises just in here. It's a great location. It's got bike paths, it's got tram paths, dedicated tram paths too. I mean, come on, what else can you ask for? All right, so let's grab this. So the main stop is in here, but I'm kind of thinking we could get a stop right in here too. So that's what we'll do. It's pretty close, but like, I would like to see the tram stop in here and people would be able to use it. Yeah, and then we'll look at revising the tram lines or the tram stops over here in the future. And as we're waiting for some of these buildings to grow up, I forgot, I actually had some additions to make into the city. And we're pretty close around here anyways, so let's go do that now. So if we're out over this way, it's over here. This was the new suburb we built on Sunday. I neglected to add a fantastic opportunity to have a path connection in from here to here. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to pause the game. We're going to say, screw your house. And we're going to get a nice little pathway right through here. Let's turn our guidelines off because I would like to be a bit more precise with this. And we're going to flow right over here and in like that. Okay, let's now take that out. And I think we're good. Oh, let's probably just continue the fence along. Oh, that was delicate. Oh, glad we managed to get that in. Okay, so that was the first one. Thank you, Mark, for the suggestion. Appreciate it. And then the second one is the names of this little area here. So let's take a quick peek at the districts. This is Batherston Zoo. Now, the zoo can remain, but... Well, hold on, I just want to check something. Is the theme for the zoo? Okay, I don't want to just mess with anything, or everything. So this is going to be considered South Riverside. So I'm going to take it out. There we go. Because it's south of the river, and the community north of it is Riverside. Alrighty. And, you know, I think we'll leave the rest of it as the zoo. And technically we'll say, like, that's part of the zoo, too. Oh, so is this. And therefore that. The zoo is just going to reclaim everything, apparently. Alright, so Kent Park is not Kent Park. It is South Riverside. Fantastic. Thank you, David, for the suggestion. And then we're not done here with David's suggestions. Holly Hills is going to be renamed South Bank. Oh, I spelled it right. because it's on the southern bank of the... Let's think. So this is the Patterson River. So this will be the Brockton River, or Brock River, or something like that. Fantastic. Okay. Oops. South Bank. And I guess this could probably be part of South Bank, but we'll leave it as part of Pakenhampton. Okay. So now that that has been done, I can check that off my to-do list, and buildings have started to go up here. That's fantastic. Oh, I love these buildings. See, I don't even want them to level up because I think they're perfect. Like, this building is absolutely sensational for what we're kind of going for with this build. And same with these ones. Like, I'm honestly gonna historical eyes all of them. And we're only doing these because this keeps them the way they are. They can still level up, but they'll remain. Yeah, so this is exactly what I'm kind of going for. I don't even know what this building is, and yet I want to keep it. So we're going to make all of them historical. The only problem with doing this is that if one of them goes, say, becomes abandoned, then you can't really, you have to delete it, unfortunately. But all right, anyways, so this is the main arterial road, and it is High Street East. So this is part of High Street that goes right into Pakenhampton, and there's a tree in the road. When the heck did that happen? Okay, so this is a pretty main thoroughfare of the city, and I think over here we have some commercial. I think we'll go with the same sort of deal. So we'll go low density commercial, and we'll just go about 3 long. No, we'll go 4. That's fine. All right, and then we'll finish it off with some high density residential over on these sides, and then that'll be a good blend in over here. And then what we'll do is, actually, before I do that, we need to figure out the streets on this side. So what is this street? It doesn't have a name. The street with no name. Jackson Street. Jackson Street is going to connect up right across, and we need to, first of all, make sure our guidelines are back on. Fantastic. And let's see, let's choose a street out of these 3 that we need to connect up. Even if one of them is probably a better option, I think this one, for symmetry reasons, needs to be the connection we have. Okay, I don't necessarily need to take that road all the way along because we can support this with just a basic path, and that'll do. So let's grab that. Oh, look at that. Perfect. And this will support our bike networks. So, oops. So as we're thinking about our bike networks, let's go into our bike roads. And bike, there we are. And this is the basic vanilla game one, so we'll use this one. I'm gonna upgrade this. We're gonna take this whole road in, because I thought there was a bike path. Ah, this could be a bike path. Oops, that's okay. We'll make that one a bike path too, or bike road. Yeah, so this one could technically be a bit of a bike path, but we'll leave it. I won't change it up. But I thought that was a bike road. Are these bike roads? Yes, they are. Okay, so we'll bring the bike paths through here, and you know, maybe people want to use these to get into the region. So we'll take the bike paths right up through there, and we'll leave it here. And people will be able to just, you know, use the sidewalks or something, you know? Okay, so I'm thinking over here might need to be the bike paths, and we'll do the same, and then continue it just along here. And now we've connected up to this bike path over here as well. So that's some pretty good little planning there. Alrighty, so now that we're starting to think about this as a bit more of a community, let's take a quick peek at our services in the region. So let's go into our medical. And we're pretty good. We have a healthcare facility over here, and over here, and over here. So we're probably good. I think maybe we can squeeze in something like, oh, the child healthcare center. There's one over here. Okay, so we're covered on that end. How about elder care? There is an elder care facility over here, so we're pretty much covered. So we might need to put one over. There's none over here. Okay, well, we'll definitely have to put one over here then. I don't really want to get too far away from what we were doing today. Just to see if any spots scream out at me that we can just revitalize. This is a pretty good one right here. These are just a couple houses. So let's do that. And we'll place that in. Oh, look at that. That looks like it was there all along, right? Okay. So, now that we've done that, there was more healthcare things I wanted to look at. It was over here. So we got the gym, we got the pool, we got the yoga garden, we got the sauna. Now the sauna is so easy to fit in and hide in a build because it's so small. It looks like a house. So I highly recommend adding that in if you're looking to hide something. But also with these, some of them get way out of hand really fast. So the sauna costs $500. This one costs $3,000 a week to upgrade, and then $1,500 and $2,000. So the sauna is a great option if you're looking for something small to add into your city. That'll help improve everyone's health. I mean, it doesn't even look that bad either. All right, now let's look at death care in the area, because you know, always got to pay attention to this stuff, and we're pretty good. Yeah, we're pretty good. I think we can. I mean, this is probably eligible to move. I think I just placed this down just because we needed one over here, so I think we'll try to incorporate that into a little build here. So let's grab our bike path again, and let's continue building out this way. So I want to connect this road into here. So what we're going to do is we're going to pretty much take the curve road tool, and we're going to bring it out off of the longer side to about here, where we connect up with the road guideline, and then down. Perfect. Now this road connects with our trams, and there's a tram stop over here. So let's just bring this down with a bike path. So now people in this community can use this bike path to commute into the city. They can hop on the tram right here. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? All right, so let's go back to our basic road and let's bring it across. And let's see, so this area now that we've kind of created this, doesn't really have many clean connections off of here, right? So I'm thinking park. Where's the nearest park around here, right? So park is going to go in there. And now let's just look at connecting in with some other roads through here. So don't want to get too gridded. So I think what we'll do is once this moves, I'll look at trying my luck at least to match this curve on this road. And let's actually just try to do that one more time. But we'll get these stop right through here. It's about halfway, right? And then we'll go from here. Yeah, and then we'll just use the network multi-tool. Whoops. And hide that. We'll do make connection, isn't it? Create curve. There we go. So we'll go from here to here. Perfect. We'll just leave that. So it's a bit off, but I think that's fine. William Street is different than Chestnut. It's a great name. Alrighty, so now let's try and line this. Oh, you know what? Okay, yeah, we're gonna redo this. We're gonna line this one up with this, but we're gonna skip the road. There we go. So let's bring it out to about here, and then let's do the same thing. So let's go make connection here, here, here to here. Boom. Click enter. There you go. Look at that great connection. And I think that's probably going to be it for the connections along the collectors here. But I think we'll be able to get one right across like that. All right, so let's make this into a park. And then, actually, sorry, we should probably zone first. So that's what we'll do first. And I'm gonna bring this street down too, because you kind of want to make a bunch of smaller streets if you're doing medium density, because then the buildings don't get too large and you can just pretty much just throw zoning up. Yeah, okay, we need a pedestrian connection in here because the road connections aren't going to work that well, so we'll go with the tree path. That's not the tree path, this is the tree path. We'll connect in like that, and then we'll connect in Like that, maybe? Something a bit unique. Let's just line them up. Let's actually take that out. I'm not the biggest fan of that. Let's try just going something like this with these paths. Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, so now let's zone this up. And we are playing on 3-speed, right? We are. Alright, let's take that out. This shouldn't be commercial. Let's actually destroy that building. And I actually would like to take out all of that row. There we go. And now let's go with some low density residential. We're gonna zone that pretty much all the way through here. We'll take it all the way through here, then I'm going to delete it off of that. And then nothing's gonna pop up there, or there, so, or here. We should be able to, oh darn, I thought that was all connected. That's okay, we'll have a bit of an easement. So what I'll do then, since we have pathways running through here, is I will just connect up, and we'll have it a bit of a grid little system through here, and that'll help. A weird little house here, but that's fine. Okay, and then right through here, let's go with some commercial as well. I think that'll help blend things in. Plus, anyways, there's offices that are waiting to be built. And then let's go with like maybe one condo in here. Let's actually go a couple. Then we'll fill the rest in with low density residential. And I don't want to push my buttons too far on this end, but let's go all the way to here, and we'll zone up commercial right through. And we'll do this commercial there too. Okay, so now that we've got the majority of this area zoned up, we are running out of time a little bit, but let's make this park. Park. Boom. And then we'll take the smaller one. Hawthorne Gardens. So that's pretty good. I like the gardens aspect. Let's just revise that a little bit though. Hawthorne. Let's go with, this is Mackenzie Square after all, so why don't we go with Mackenzie. Yeah, there we go. Mackenzie Gardens. Mackenzie Gardens is going to be a basic city park. It's going to be fastly done. And it's not going to have any parking. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to take the side gates, and we're going to throw them out on pretty much every intersection that we have. Okay, and then I'll revise some more. And I don't think this was in the park area. That's not okay. Okay, so then let's just move it. Let's just use move it. There we go. Holy cow. Words, apparently. Let's just grab that, throw it in the middle. I don't really like how these line up. It bugs me, but that's okay. We'll fix it. So we got them all the way around here. That's probably good enough. I was thinking we should get one over here, but then what's to entice people, right? I don't think this is going to be a fenced-in park. It's going to be pretty much just a walking park. Okay, and that's the only straight one that we're going to have. I lied. Okay, let's go with the curved road tool. There we go. Okay, and then let's get another one right through here. Oh, it's just screaming for another path connection over here. So I will oblige. Okay, I'll just go do it the old-fashioned way. Alrighty, and then I'm just going to swing this over. Alright, so very simple, very easy. Then what's going to be in this park? Well, a playground, of course. So this is pretty close to a bunch of residential areas. So what we'll do is we'll have that playground. Yeah, we'll have it inside the park a little bit. Or should it just be like right off the street? It's not going to be off the collector, that's for sure. So yeah, let's put it right through here for the residents, and then maybe a gazebo over on this side, and then let's maybe put another one over here, and then a trampoline park, of course, because everyone's been to the trampoline park in their local city park. And then maybe let's have some restrooms over on this side. I don't think this park really needs a cafe, though if there were to be a cafe, this would probably be a pretty cool spot to have one right here, because you get to kind of view the whole city. It's a nice little commanding part of the park. All right, so now we'll just go with a light dusting of trees. So I'm going to turn the strength down really big, or really far on... Okay, that's maybe a bit too far. And just add in some trees for a little, you know, a little je ne sais quoi to the park. And plus, just, you know, it makes it seem like a bit more open. And let's actually turn the size down. I'm going to cut all the trees out of the middle, actually. Okay, holy cow. Let's get going here. Okay, and then I'm actually just going to move this over on this side. And now I have a bit of like an open space here in the middle of the park. And let's actually add in some more trees, especially along the corner pieces. All right, very nice, a little teeny park. And let's keep zoning. We're 30 minutes in. This area is really coming along nicely. Let's quickly check our populations. We're at 5% unemployment. That's pretty good. All right, so we checked our healthcare coverage earlier. Let's check our fire coverage. Oh, that is not good. So we have a small fire station, a small fire station, a small fire station, a small fire station, and stop me if you heard this before, but we have a small fire station and a small fire station, and again, another one. So let's get a big fire station. I know that like big police stations are called precincts. I'm not sure what big fire stations are called. So let me know if you know. We could get it over here. No, I don't really like that spot. It's right beside the library too. Okay, let's get it over here where I had it originally pinned. Yeah, that's pretty good. And now let's just grab it with move it, and we'll shift it over just to there. Actually, no, let's not. Let's actually fence that off. So I'm gonna grab our fence, and it's just gonna be the basic park fence. We're gonna turn our guidelines off. There we go. And let's get that right through there. And then let's get this right through here, and then we'll continue that on the other side of this as well. Fantastic. Alrighty. Get this all the way through. It's a good idea to fence this off. I mean, it probably would be fenced in real life, thinking about it. And then now we're onto the road. Okay, so let's do a bit of detailing really quickly, because there should definitely be a couple trees right through here. That's not a tree. There we go, and let's get a couple more. All right, and oh, this is screaming for a path, isn't it? Path. So I actually haven't turned the taxes down. That just reminded me, that little misclick. But I'm liking it. And I think the city likes it too, so we're gonna leave it. All right, yeah, this area is really coming along nicely. I'd love it if those offices popped in. Oh, look at that, they did. Okay, that's fantastic. These are great office buildings too. Oh, I just made it historical and it's changing. That's the one I really liked. That's the one I like the most. Let's see if it's gonna change at all. This is intense. And it's the same building. You had it. It was already perfect, and he messed it up. All right, so let's do police now, because we were just looking at police earlier. Police coverage is also not the best. So we have a small police station, small police station, small police station, small police station. Let's get a big one. So let's go with the one without the helicopter in it. So we'll go with this one, and then we'll put the police station over here. How about that? Yeah, I mean, it gives a commanding overlook of the pancake house. Gotta watch out for the criminals in the pancake house. Okay, so let's get another little connection up right here. Let's turn our guidelines back on, actually. Just so I make sure that we're heading 90-degree angles. There we go. And let's get some high-rise is over here, because that would be a fantastic place to live. And then let's make sure we have a tram stop right here. We do. Nice. Let's see if I can move it over a little bit. No, okay. Well, that's okay. Let's take our node controller, and there's a node right here. Okay, so let's grab the move it mod. I'm gonna grab that. I'm gonna swing it right in front of this little connection here that we have. And now we're gonna grab the node controller. We're gonna do that. We're gonna put it as a crossing, and now people will be able to technically cross that. Okay, fantastic. So we're getting a bunch of people through here. Great. Let's get some trees. Let's go with some bigger trees. Oh. Just massive trees, apparently. There we go. And let's get a couple of these smaller ones. There we go. Makes it seem like it's a lot more than just 2 levels of trees. Okay, so now we're into here. Let's go with low density, and we're going to start with. Oh, actually, sorry, I forgot what I wanted to do on this one. I think we're fine to just click this in, but we need to get some schools in now. This is why I left a bunch of spaces open on this end. So if we look at elementary schools, horrible coverage. I mean, there's a high school right here. There's 2 high schools that aren't even full. So maybe we don't need a high school, but we should definitely get an elementary school. Oh, no, maybe not. That's pretty full. That's also pretty full. There was another one, wasn't there? I am missing it. Oh, it's a community school. Okay, let's add one in anyways, and we'll go with the newer model one, and we're not going to put it off of the bike path. It's going to be right here, and then we're going to get a park. So let's go with this one, and the large playground. I think it'll fit if we change this over. Yeah, that's good. That kind of takes up this whole little area here, and we just need to get some paths. So we'll go with the dirt path, and fun fact about the dirt paths is that you can get them to connect like that. Yeah, anyways, so we got that in place. Let's go with more low density residential. And what's this street? Phillips. I thought we named Phillips Street. King Street North. Okay, we did. Oh, I don't want you, I want the street. King Street North runs all the way to here. Nice. Okay, so King Street really becomes quite residential, doesn't it? But yet there's a massive subway station over here. Okay, so there should not be low density residential on this strip. Let's put it down to high density. We'll go 3 wide though, because they'll give us smaller buildings. There we go. And actually this is an intersection. Let's go with an office. Let's go with a big one, and we'll take offices right through here. Let's actually take that down, and then we'll go with low density commercial. We'll go with 4, and then I guess what we'll do is we'll do something like that to show up, like to show that the neighborhood is transitioning. These gaps, leaving gaps, really does help show a transitioning neighborhood. Let's try to find that example that we did earlier, right through here. So you see like these modern buildings, Skybar. That's actually a great building. Let's leave that one. And then you have these smaller houses right behind it. But there's like a separation. You can do any path, and it works like that. Okay, so we got one. Let's look at getting a library. We have a library here, but let's look at getting a library over this way. And we are running out of time for today's episode, aren't we? So we have the big library, so let's go with that one. And we can take a little bit of a commanding presence off of this road right here. And let's just get a pathway right through here because it is literally asking us to do that. There we go, and let's just move this over. Oh, actually, we need to move it further this way. So let's just bring it off of that as much as we can. And then let's just try and get a nice little connection right through there like that. Nice. Then let's fly over with some trees. Oh, let's go with this one. Nice. Okay, so you know we're getting there. I think we can do a bit more. So we have some commercial over this way. Let's go with maybe. Oh no, we need a through street here. So let's grab a street, connect up like that, and we'll get. So now that we've done the park, I forgot to do this earlier. Take your zoning controller. Take it off of this road, and now we have, I think over this one's probably fine, but on this one specifically, now we have bigger lots on this side. I think we're fine over here, but yeah, here particularly it was needed. Okay, and let's go with low density residential, and we'll just throw in a whole lot of it. Get it? A whole lot, and we're building lots. Okay, is this still emptying? All right, well, I was actually thinking I might call a mulligan on that, and we can get the cemetery right through here. So let's just, this whole area could be like a church grounds. Whoa. Okay, holy cow, Steven. You really know it's getting to the end of the episode when I start making mistakes like this. And I'm recording Friday's video right after this too, so there we go. Let's get rid of that. Alrighty, so let's grab move it and let's just scooch it over to be something like that. And then now let's get a church asset. Could go with this one. We could go with this one, though this is meant for a different little build. Could go with this smaller church. I'm gonna go with our older church. Perhaps this is a bit of an older church in the city. I love this church asset. It's also this small church. Oh wow, that's really small. Okay, yeah, let's go with this one. I love using this on my builds, so I'm not very religious myself, but I just I like the aesthetics that churches provide, especially churches of this type. And while I am thinking of the matter, let's actually just detail this up really quickly. Okay, so that gives a bit of a church ground. I haven't really gone into the workshop at all in the last like 3 weeks, but I know we have a couple of other places of worship, and this would be a great opportunity to add them in. Building already exists, so I can't use that one more than once. Oh, darn. Okay, well, perhaps for next week's episodes, I'll dive back in to the workshop and grab some more. Okay, well, sorry about that. Now let's get another path. There we go. But yeah, that little church ground turned out pretty nice. And then let's get path connection like that. And then perhaps some larger, older lots in the city. And here's a little tip tip for the end of the video. So we're gonna hop in to move it, click anywhere, then click the church, pause the game, click the bulldoze button, and it disappears. Okay, so let's just do that. And we'll fill in the rest with residential. Okay, well, that's all we had time for in today's video. I'll just quickly do as much as I can. We'll do a similar thing to what we did previously on the other side. Whoops. Okay, well, have a wonderful day. Don't worry, I'm gonna go into a screenshot. Have a wonderful day. We didn't get to this yet either, but that's okay. Have a wonderful day, folks. Talk to you soon. Yeah, that's pretty good, isn't it? Peace out.